Hello guys and welcome to a brief video today. We have a 5-minute chat with a special guest regarding something that's been going on in the community recently. Hashtag We Are The Community. And we have someone that is spearheading the way of that. That is my good friend who I'm in contact every day. It's Paul from Football Manager Central. Paul, introduce yourself.
I think you've just done it for me, but cheers for having us on. I wouldn't say spearheading, but influenced.
Yeah, that's maybe a better word. There's a lot of faces involved in this. So, I'm the quizmaster today. I've got 5 burning questions for you to answer to let people know exactly what this is about. You, of course, were the initial voice of this to start it off. A lot of people have helped along the way and got involved. And it's right, isn't it, that We Are The Community, the hashtag, has been trending in 9 countries on Twitter?
Yes, it was definitely trending in Norway. We got the message about that, and there's on a Twitter app it popped up on a few other searches, some in Asia and stuff, so which was nice. And when you clicked on it, it was just a football manager list. So it's it was definitely interesting to see that it took off on, I think it was Friday and Saturday. I think it just exploded onto the scenes.
It's definitely fascinating that the word has got around so quickly, including Indonesia, I believe, which shows how far the community stretches.
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at like our groups on Facebook and your page, there's people I know there's people from Indonesia on both of them, so there's definitely Football Manager players all over the world.
Right, okay, so 5 questions to get through. We'll make them as brief as we can. Okay, so try and get the initial point over of why we're doing this. So, question 1. What was the initial purpose of coming up with an idea to unite people?
It all kind of came from, I saw people posting on Twitter that they were struggling to find people to watch, struggling to find people to read, blogs and stuff, and then I heard of the situation with the away stand, and I just kind of thought, you know what, we're not all in it for ourselves, because that's the wrong thing to say, but the promotion could be improved. I mean, you've got the likes of Cleon who just promote unbelievable amounts, and there's so many people who do it, but I thought as a whole we can all do better. I try to promote as much as I can, but we can all do better, we can all try harder. So I just wanted to put the idea across to people, just do people fancy trying to do community promotion instead of just individual promotion. But also, I did a few tests throughout the week. I was posting and seeing how many retweets I got. Then I was retweeting someone's post and seeing how many retweets that got. And I realised that if you specifically promote something, you get more attention than if you just retweet something for somebody. So I wanted to kind of just test the waters of, okay, instead of just retweeting someone's post, let's see what happens if we actually promote it and speak from ourselves instead of just speak from the retweet.
I definitely agree there, and I think you're spot on. When you retweet something, it kind of just bypasses, but if you're posting something with someone else tagged in it that done the work, but it looks like it's coming from you specifically and you're highly recommending it, it makes people notice it much clearer. And on a side note, very sad to see that the away stand have announced that they are potentially closing down the site after so many years in the FM community. Question 2. What does the hashtag We Are The Community mean? This is the words that are getting spread around and that everyone is talking about.
Well, it's all about making a statement, and without pointing daggers and going on a rant. There's a few of us who have obviously. I run a fan site, a Sports Interactive fan site, so we put in work each week to Sports Interactive and say, check this out, if you like it, promote it. But only one piece of work gets promoted each week, and even that seems to be dwindling. But we've noticed weekly there's many things getting promoted from them, but only if you're a very large site or YouTuber who doesn't even play Football Manager much. So we kind of sat back and said, well, hang on, we are the community, not random stat sites. We are the community. We build the community for this game, not myself. it was never about myself. It's all people who have seen and know that we specifically putting the word out that I don't want credit for this. I just want to kind of help get it out and just kind of improve the community. And I think hashtag We Are the Community was a great starting point for it, because it's a statement as well as a hashtag. And people said, well, what's the point of a hashtag? Well, you click on a hashtag on Twitter and you have a massive list of stuff people recommend. You have a massive list of Football Manager content now. So if you're struggling to find something to watch, something to read, something to listen to in terms of stuff like Deep Line Podcast, you've now got a place where you can find all of that. And it's just the start, James. I mean, at no point do we say, well, you've got to ask us, you've got to speak to us. Somebody messaged me saying, well, what are you going to do next? What can I do? Somebody asked me if they have permission to use the hashtag. At no point do I want people to ever think they have to come to us. They have to speak to myself or Guido from Strikeless, for example, who helped in the initial discussions. And next week, if hashtag We Are the Community fades out and a new hashtag comes in, or a new way of uniting the group even more, and each week we continue from this point and continue to grow the community and just make us stronger, then it's been a great success. I mean, at no point do I think this hashtag is going to run for months and months. I think next week it's going to be shortened, it's going to be changed. That's the way Twitter works, that's the way the community works. You've got to roll with the times, and if you stand still, you're going to get caught.
It's a very bold statement and bold words, and certainly ones that have been noticed, and that's the reason why it's trending on Twitter. And to be fair, we often get compared to the FIFA community because the world plays FIFA, but the world doesn't play Football Manager. A small percentage of it does, but we're trying to be united and be strong and basically be heard, really, and let smaller accounts be known. Okay, so question 3. What could small or new accounts on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, or people that write blogs do to be noticed in the community?
Well, I think the first point of that is to produce good content. Don't just jump to your blog or jump to a video. Put the first thing out that happens and don't check it. You've got to make sure the content's good first off. Then to get noticed in the community, it's just all about promotion, isn't it? That is the point of this. There's so many fantastic writers out there. I mean, I've got to use FM Samoa as an example, which is Occasional FM. A fantastic writer, really good pieces on his site, and he's told me that since this hashtag's gone live, his views have broke the records of the site. And it's unbelievable how little views he was getting. So new people coming into the community, it's tough. I think people come in and expect to get thousands of views a day just at the click of a finger. It's all about kind of building yourself up, building a reputation as, oh, check that guy out, he posts regular. Check that guy out, he makes videos regularly. Go to people like Cleon, who has a fantastic guest section on the site if you want to just get your name out there. That FM Region has started writing on our website, but he still has his own blog. He's writing on our website to help promote himself a bit more. The bigger people have to help. They don't have to use a hashtag. They don't have to like me. They don't have to like this idea. But if smaller people go to them for help, they have to offer some sort of assistance. And I think no community is going to grow if you just have a bunch of people who have just come into it and walk around looking lost.
Yep, so Cleon's helpful area is sisportscentre.com, and he's always willing to help people out. But to kind of add another question onto the initial question, you yourself have had a couple of Fansite Fridays through the official Football Manager account, so your content is quite clearly good because you have to be good to get that. Would you give anybody a tip on how to produce good content?
I think in terms of that, James, what I would say is there's an issue there, and the issue is to get a Fansite Friday post, your content has to be small and to the point. So if you want to produce content which, according to analysing the community, according to Sports Interactive, the posts have to be quick and to the point and very easy to read, very quick for the mobile phone. But on the other hand, if you are a brand new content creator, that is a good way to go. Because if somebody comes to you and they've never wrote a blog before, if they send you a blog and it's 50,000 words, you're not going to really check it all out unless it absolutely grips you.
Yeah.
So maybe get some quick guides out there, get some quick posts about how you do tactics. Tactics are always loved in the community. Then as you build yourself up, you get to the level of Cleon, who should be fansite promoted every week. His posts are long, they're detailed, they explain stuff. The same with Chris Darwin at the High Tempo Press. The posts are long and detailed, but they're fantastic. But they don't get the recognition because they're deemed to be too long.
I agree. And one more thing I would add to that is, if you've kind of been known to be good for your content and people are praising it and you're getting, say, the views on your blogs or the views on your website, the views on your YouTube channel, my advice is be consistent. Now, you can't do a good piece and then 6 weeks later people are looking daily at your website or channel or whatever and there's still been nothing, and then after 2 months you put something else on, because people will drop off. You have to be consistent, whether it be every fortnight is probably a good boundary. If you're YouTube, a good every week. If you leave it too long, for example on YouTube channels just now, there's videos on there, you'll look at them and then within 3 weeks, if there's no videos, you'll tend to stop looking at their channel. So for me, be consistent and keep bringing good content out, and don't give up. Do not give up. It's a small community, there is always room for more new content. If one person says it's not good, send it to another. Eventually you will hit the mark.
Very true. There's also another thing there, James, as well, which is something which is very important this week. The likes of the away stand. If you want to write a blog but you're really unsure about what feedback you would get, go to a forum and do it. Post it in a forum and see what response it gets.
It's a shame that what's happening with the away stand, because forums are kind of a dying thing now, which is a real shame, because they, at one time in the community, were the life and soul of the community.
Hopefully they turn around. I have faith.
We hope so. Okay, next question is, we are the community. How do we find out about this? If you're, say you're new to Twitter, how do you find out about this?
I mean, you can go about tweeting people in the FM community, if you can find people. FM_Central, the FM WizKids, Cleon81, FM_Samoa, Guido, Strikeless.com. There's many people out there, and you will find the FM community. And then the other way is hashtag We Are The Community. You click on that hashtag, you use the hashtag. When you click on it, it brings up everyone who's tweeted using that hashtag. It's very simple, very straightforward, and straight to the point.
Very key. If you search for We Are The Community on Twitter, you will find certainly the strong people that are surrounding this We Are The Community hashtag. Okay, final question. What is the future of the FM community?
I think that's the question, isn't it?
That's why we're doing this.
When you've got stuff like the away stand and forums dying off. I mean, I started on the internet, on the virtual side of communication with forums. And I am one of the people who can hold my hands up and say I didn't use the away stand as much as I should have. And if it continues, I'm going to use it more. The idea of it is to promote content, to promote people in the community, to basically make sure the community is heard, make sure the community has a voice, has voices, not a voice. And as I've said before, it's people have said since it's gone live, it's about self-promotion. Not at all. You look after others, and they'll look after you. I look after people because people need a community, and if the community's not there, I will be just sat tweeting myself.
We all started small at one point. FM Central didn't start big. The FM WizKids, I mean, 15,000 people are on the FM WizKids Facebook page. They didn't start off at that. It started off took about 6 months to get 1,000 or so. So you start somewhere, guys. Do not give up. It's a small community. Everyone's welcome. Get on Twitter, search We Are The Community. And I think we've got to give a few shout outs, because we do have a group chat going at the moment with a few names in it, because this is how we started to discuss these things, and a few Twitter accounts kind of rounded up, got this thing going, and that's what's helped spread it on. And we've even seen people hashtagging We Are The Community that are not in our chat and that we may not have heard of, because I've certainly followed a few new people on Twitter recently. So people in the chat that have been involved is Just Mike, Colin at the FM Yank, Guido Mary, Chris Darwin at the Higher Tempo Press, One True Nerd, John Aspie, FM Scrapbook, FM Samo, Second Yellow Card, That FM Regen, Football Manager Central Yourself, the FM WizKids, myself. Are there any more that are involved?
I think definitely the likes of FM Analysis, Statter, Deep Line Podcast have done a lot. They obviously promoted on their podcast along with myself on the night of it, and Diego Mendoza.
Yeah, very good. I mean, we have listened to your podcast, which was about this. I have listened to the Deep Line podcast, which was about that. Sending out a strong message. If you're new, get involved, get some good content going, send it out. We will, not just us two, but many people will review it and give you the bold, honest answer. The community is small, it needs to be bigger, it needs to be stronger. And if the Football Manager account or website, the official Football Manager one, can't help us, we need to help ourselves in this situation. Okay guys, so that just about wraps it up. It was just it's about close to a 20-minute video to wrap up.
Really short.
It was expected to be around 5 minutes, but we started to babble on. But it was just to really show my subscribers what it's really about, the Facebook side of things with the 15,500 people we've got on there and the 2,200 Twitter followers we have on there, letting everybody know, spreading the word. And I have to say thank you for coming on, and you've kind of initiated the idea, and it's certainly spearheaded into something that is really strong, and We Are The Community is a strong statement and hashtag at the moment. So thank you for joining me.
It's no bother. It's like I say, just remember, it's not the person who starts it that makes it, it's the people who do it who make it. So as I've said, I got tweeted by people who set up Twitter accounts just over the weekend, and I just said to them, one said thank you. I said, don't thank me, you're using it. Thank yourself.
Exactly. So, strong words, guys. We are the community, we are united, and we're all here to help each other. Thanks to Paul from FM Central. Check out his website, footballmanagercentral.com. Follow him on Twitter, FM_Central. And of course, follow ourselves, but you're already here. So, I'll see you lot again soon for another video, and thank you for checking out. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks, take care, and goodbye.